Welcome back, Hodlers. Today we're going to be talking about a platform that you all know and love, and I love it as well, as Celsius. We're actually going to be talking about specifically the CEL token. I'm going to tell you exactly why I think it's probably one of the best stores of value in terms of buying a token that is an exchange token or a wallet token. Now, we've seen exchange tokens pump before. We saw the Binance token pump. We've seen Bitru's token pump. And we've also seen Celsius and wallet tokens pump, similar to Nexo. But the Celsius token has been specifically stable in the value that it's held, and it's been a huge asset in my portfolio as well. Coincidentally, when I got into crypto early in 2020, I ended up entering the CEL token because I was so bullish on the Celsius platform. It's a really good online wallet. I really enjoy using it, and now they even have the desktop version out. They're also giving $50 of Bitcoin if you sign up using my referral code down below. So if you want to go ahead and support the channel, go ahead and sign up down below. But there's a couple of items and news for Celsius that I want to cover first. If you do like this content, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to not miss any other crypto content. Okay, let's get into it. So Celsius Network is enabling Cardano to be on the wallet, but they're also enabling things like borrowing and yield farming for Cardano. And this article is a little bit weird because Finbold, I'm not sure if they totally understand what yield farming is. I see it as farming with liquidity pools, how most people would see it. This is earning a yield on your cryptocurrency, but not necessarily in the same way. A lot of what Celsius does is they loan out to central entities like Binance or other exchanges so they can facilitate their trades, and they pay Celsius an interest fee. So that is essentially how the money gets returned to the users, is Celsius is finding the people to lend out our tokens to and paying us a return. So it is like DeFi, but not DeFi. It's centralized. So Celsius Network is adding Cardano. It looks like August 19th is the go live date to have Cardano in your wallet. So by then, I'm assuming that you'll be able to have a Cardano wallet. You'll be able to get an address and be able to send Cardano to there. Alex Mashinsky does say that you can take a 1% APR loan using your Cardano to collateralize on the same day. So if you're interested in any sort of loan structures, there's always that opportunity. And then he does note that the interest rate is 4.05, which is actually pretty comparable to, say, some stake pools on Daedalus. Now, it's not the total interest that you would get on Daedalus, but if you're somebody that just wants to hold on one spot maybe, and you don't want to worry about all these different wallets, Celsius is a great option because they have most of the tokens that you might want. So of course, I still have my Cardano on Daedalus, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to keep a little bit on Celsius. So of course, you can get a 4.05% rate of return on your Cardano. And this is also pretty bullish news when Alonzo and smart contracts are right around the corner. We know that a good portion of the crypto community has Celsius. A lot of people like it and use it and trust it. And as it builds momentum, more and more people will end up using it. And a lot of people hold Cardano and maybe don't have everything in a Daedalus wallet or any other wallet. So you can easily see a bunch of Cardano and a bunch of ADA flooding into the Celsius system within deposits. But I also don't think it's going to take away from anything like stake pools. I feel that anyone that is in stake pools is probably just going to keep their Cardano tight because they already feel comfortable with using a wallet like Daedalus. Now, the last time that we talked about Celsius, we discussed the reward center, which I want to bring up before we get into the CEL token. So one big thing about the reward center is this shows exactly the distribution of rewards in the week of July 23rd to July 30th. So basically the last week. Now you do see this, the CEL token was paid out at $2.79 million worth of CEL token. So approximately 469,000 CEL token was distributed to Celsius holders. Same with Bitcoin. 62 Bitcoin was distributed. 930 Ethereum was distributed. So you can see the huge amount of money here. Even Polygon MATIC is inching up to the number 4 spot because obviously they just opened up Polygon MATIC just a little while ago, and look at how much that's grown in just a little bit. So the CEL token does make up 27.77% of the entire payouts that Celsius pays every week. Now, why would that be? Well, you know that Celsius has 2 different rates. They either have in-kind rates where you would earn the token in kind, or you get the Celsius rate and earn it in CEL token. So for example, I believe 6.2% is actually the rate of that you would return in CEL token. but I believe somewhere around the 4% is what you would earn in kind. So you can either earn your Bitcoin interest in Bitcoin, or you can earn it in CEL Token, and a lot of people have opted to just start earning that in CEL Token. In fact, I've opted to earn it in CEL Token as well. So a lot of my Bitcoin and everything else within my Celsius wallet basically just pays me back in CEL Token, except for a few other tokens that I'm a little bit more bullish on what those tokens are rather than the CEL Token. So the Celsius token is an ERC20 token. It's built on the Ethereum blockchain. And it essentially just works as a loyalty token within the Celsius wallet app. So it does give you increased benefits to lower interest on loans, to higher yields, to some other benefits here and there. And there are different layers of loyalty, being bronze, gold, and platinum. With the CEL Token, we've seen a 1,200% increase in 1 year alone, which has been huge for the CEL Token. And you can see where it's gone. It's gone essentially from early July, which is around the time that I entered CEL. From that point, it's gone to around roughly $5.74, and it is currently down right now. The circulating supply is 423 million CEL Token. There is 155 million within the CEL treasury. And the Celsius team did get 11 million, but all of these tokens have been locked up to multi-year agreements in terms of employee benefits. Now, I don't know exactly what the allocation is between the CEL team, but I do know that a lot of this stuff is audited amongst community members, not even internally with Celsius. So Celsius goes through a lot of audits that are actually conducted by the community rather than anyone internal. So right now, the Celsius token is looking on a downturn. But the thing about the Celsius token that I like is usually it holds pretty stable even amongst most areas of volatility. And the reason why I think this is because of how the CEL token inherently works in terms of the Celsius wallet. When Celsius pays interest out, they don't actually just take the CEL token from the treasury. However, what they do is they buy the CEL token on the open market, and then they pay back their community members. And the rates of return are basically calculated by how much Celsius makes, so our interest could change. Celsius tries to keep an 80-20 ratio, whereas they pay back to the community 80% of the profits. And that's essentially how they're able to pay such lucrative interest rates. Now, a model like this really only works when you have something that's called the network effect, and having more and more people start using the service. And that's exactly what Celsius has gone through over the last little while. They've done great promotions. They've been at Bitcoin conferences. Their AMAs weekly. They're very transparent with the community, which is something that I really value. And they're also regulated outside of New York, which is a very stringent place for crypto regulations. So for the most part, Celsius is trusted. It's audited, it's regulated, and the crypto that we deposit is insured. But the thing about the CEL token is as more CEL token is bought out from the open market and handed to the CEL users, none of the CEL users, including myself, is selling the CEL token. I'm not going and taking my CEL token and selling it on the open market. I'm holding that CEL token within my wallet and earning more of a yield. And that's what most Celsius users are doing, because most of Celsius users are just hodlers, just like me. And that's why the CEL token specifically has a good amount of support at Bitcoin's volatility levels, because arguably Celsius really didn't see much of a dip in terms of where it's been. It's just kind of gone on a gradual decline over the last couple of months, but in some areas it's outperformed Bitcoin in some ways. I really see the CEL token as a bear-proof token where I can put some money into it and expect that it's going to be worth a similar amount of money later on down the road. Now, I do think that over time this is going to increase, especially if the bull market re-engages. I definitely think the CEL token is going to go crazy because more people are going to learn about Celsius and more people are going to learn about how great the CEL token actually is. So this chart is obviously going to go pretty parabolic, similar to what happened here when the same type of deal happened when the network effect happened. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of people still don't use Celsius. So there is still a huge amount of upside here to go up. I think the more and more people that start using Celsius and the more and more Celsius picks up tokens like Cardano is going to be hugely bullish on the system, because it's going to attract more holders like us that are going to earn in the CEL token, be paid out in CEL token, and that's going to increase scarcity on the open market. And that's ultimately why I think CEL token is going to be a great investment down the road. So if any of you were wondering, I entered CEL token between the 30-cent to $1.50 mark, and I even bought more at $2 and $4. But I'm pretty sure my DCA is $1.18 for the CEL token. And I do think that it's going to go higher over time, and I think that's just going to come with how much network effect that the system can actually get and how many more users that we can get on the Celsius wallet. Again, if you do want to try out Celsius, you can go ahead and use the promo code down below. You can earn $50 in Bitcoin if you deposit $400 worth of crypto within a month. That also supports the channel because I also get $50 when you refer. That's it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe to the channel for more crypto news and content, and of course, happy hodling.